Well, good evening. Hello, everyone. My name's Giles Murray, and I'll be your presenter on tonight's weekly South Africa European Jfire webinar. Tonight's webinar will take around 50 to 55 minutes to complete. And to give you a little bit of a feel about what we're going to be talking about on the webinar, we're going to be covering a couple of things. What I know is that we do have mountains of entrepreneurs that come onto these incredible weekly webinars that want to hear about the whole story and whether or not you can make an assessment on whether this opportunity is something that's going to be worthy of your time and your application. So we're going to cover information in three parts. Firstly, just to bring you up to speed with the industry. The industry has changed dramatically over the past few years. Secondly, to bring you up to speed with who is Jeunesse, who owns and runs the company, why are our products so fantastic, and lastly, how can you generate an income if you are entrepreneurially inclined. So we're going to get right into tonight's webinar, get it all kick-started. And at the end of the webinar, if you have more questions or if you need more information, please get back to the person who invited you on the webinar tonight, and I'm sure they'll look after you absolutely magnificently. So guys, firstly, if you're an entrepreneur, and let's face it, most people on this webinar tonight either are or want to be, what you need to realise is that what we have before us with the Jeunesse opportunity, the vast majority of people that you can talk to already have an interest. I know that entrepreneurs don't like to have to sell ice to an Eskimo. That's difficult, but entrepreneurs love to be able to market and share information that people already have a genuine interest in. And whether you'd realise it or not, 96% of people that are lying awake in bed tonight, struggling to sleep, are worrying about either health challenges or financial challenges, or most likely both. The dilemma that we have out there in the business world today is that times are tough. It doesn't matter what country you live in, whether it's Europe or Africa, whether it's Australia, whether it's any of the Asian countries or the United States. Economies are all struggling, and most people are finding that even with a full-time job, making ends meet is difficult. In fact, in the United States, if we use that as an example, if the income stream were to stop in the average USA family, most American families have about 3 to 4 weeks of disposable income before that income runs out. Now, that's a very, very small margin to work with, and the story is similar throughout the civilized world. The solution is obviously this great industry called network marketing. This is what we are calling the new age of business. And the great thing about network marketing is that you can make it anything you want it to be. Whether you want something small, if you want a great hobby level of income that can cover the cost of your products with a few $100s left over at the end of the month, whether you want something bigger, whether you want something that's representative of a part or full-time career, or whether you've got huge goals and dreams, whether you're wanting to create something that's representative of something truly special, being able to earn what an NBA basketballer might earn, being able to earn what a corporate CEO might earn. That can also be achieved in this industry. You just choose whatever level of time you want to put in that's reflective of what you're wanting to get out. It's a very, very flexible industry. And network marketing is also incredibly robust. We've all gone through this horrible global financial crisis. Some people might even say we're still in that crisis, but if you look at the broader business community, very few businesses came through the GFC unscathed. The interesting thing with network marketing is that it's an industry that grows very well during good financial times, but actually thrives during the bad financial times. It's a very, very robust industry. And we're going through a boom, a huge boom, in fact. If you look at the statistics with network marketing over the last 80 to 100 years, around 200 million people came into this industry. That number is expected to happen again just over the next 10 years. And the boom is already happening. If you think about the street you live in or the apartment block that you live in, every 6th resident in the United States is already represented by a home-based business. And that's similar across Asia, Africa, and certainly in Europe. And we're talking about huge numbers, and the sales figures are really dramatic. And this is one of the reasons why some of the world's most popular financial press are not only endorsing network marketing, they're giving it glowing praise. This is an article from the Wall Street Journal, who wrote a 32-page article a few years ago with some very provocative language. It called network marketing the ultimate social business model. Why now is the prime time for direct selling? It really is causing a lot of people to stand up and take notes, including some of the world's best entrepreneurial minds. People like Donald Trump and Richard Branson both started their own network marketing companies. If you're a reader and you've read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki recommends that every family be leveraged with a network marketing company. Bill Gates went on record saying that his first preference was computers, and if he wasn't part of that industry, his plan B was network marketing. The world's richest man, depending on what day of the week it is, Warren Buffett. I mean, you like to have this guy's economic crystal ball. He invests with such a surprising accuracy, it's created a massive worldwide fortune. Well, he's got a record saying that cash on cash return, this industry has been the best investment he's ever made. Probably the reason why he has financial interest in many network companies, and even some that he owns outright. He even tried to buy Avon for around $14 billion around 2 years ago. So he's obviously not investing in this industry because he's thinking he's going to lose money. He's investing in this industry because he knows the future and the growth pattern of network marketing is very much on the up. If we have a look at some of these companies, none of these that I'm aware of in the last 10 to 15 years or beyond the last 10 to 15 years use this business model, but they all are now, which is very, very exciting. And the biggest demographic that governs trends is the baby boomers. And if we think of baby boomers right now, they're in their retirement years. They're in that retirement window. Most are not thrilled with what happened with their retirement funds on the back end of the GFC. And if they can restore that to a little bit more of a healthier position, then they're thrilled. They want to enjoy the retirement, looking and feeling their best, being vibrant and truly making the most of their golden years. So, guys, when you put all this information together, it really does give a compelling tick of approval for network marketing. But let me give you a little bit about my background. I haven't properly introduced myself as yet. My name's Giles Murray from just outside London in the UK, and I gave network marketing a go when I was a lot younger. I had some moderate success, but I was not able at the time to build as strongly as I wanted to. So I made the move to traditional business. I've been in business now for over 25 years and had some reasonable success, employing over 100 people and earning a reasonably good living. Jeunesse crossed my path on the internet about 15 months ago, and I have to say I was intrigued. I carried out some due diligence, and everything I saw helped me to decide to give network marketing another go. I realized that I could achieve the same level of success as I had in traditional business, or even better perhaps, with more freedom, greater flexibility, and less stress. I'm now a Sapphire Director with Jeunesse and aiming to become a Diamond Director in the next few years to access the lifestyle, travel and residual income that comes with that position. More of that later on. So firstly, the product theme. The biggest product theme in network marketing in the world of business today is anti-aging. And there are very few people that are looking forward to getting old and ugly, and people are willing to spend a lot of money to look and feel their best. In fact, people are prepared to spend 5 times as much money on their appearance compared to what they will spend on their health. If we look at the network marketing industry directly, the 3 biggest product categories by way of sales is number 3, weight loss, number 2, nutrition, and number 1, by a long margin, is skincare. In fact, skincare is bigger than every other product category combined. And the reason for that is that 80% of all people who participate in this industry are women. Women love to talk about skincare, and it's been the number 1 product category for every year that this industry has been in existence, almost 100 years. And now that's a precedent, if ever there was one. So looking at all those facts and figures, when I found Jeunesse Global, I could see they were going to become the next billion-dollar brand. And guys, I only joined a bit over a year ago, and last year Jeunesse hit that milestone of not only being the next billion-dollar brand, one of these companies that comes along only every 7 or 8 years, but it's the fastest company in the history of direct selling to achieve that mark. Incredible when it's just a 6-year-old company. So let's take a look at the company. Well, it's unusual because it has no shareholders. It has no debt, no investors. It's a privately owned family company that leads in product innovation. We don't only have the right products in all of the top 3 categories, weight loss, nutrition, and our primary focus, skincare, but all of our products are fresh and new. We're not duplicating products that are already available on the marketplace. We're firmly established internationally in over 120 countries, and our products have global mass market appeal. And that's important because there are some product ranges that are popular in Europe, Africa, Australia, they're popular in the United States, but not so popular in Thailand, Taiwan, or China. If we think about weight loss, for instance, it's a niche product range with countries that really have an issue with obesity. But most countries in the world don't have an issue with obesity, and that product range is not popular. When we look at skincare, however, whether you're Russian or American, whether you're black or whether you're white, whether you're Christian or whether you're Muslim, or whether you're rich or whether you're poor, it has global mass market appeal. It's one of the only product ranges that really has no boundaries, and I find that incredibly exciting. We've just recently moved into new global headquarters, 135,000 square feet of prime location offices. The good news is that this is not leveraged, it's bought and paid for. So let's take a look at the journey so far. It started back in 2009, and in 2012, when Jeunesse was only 24 months old, we hit $65 million in sales at the end of our second year. That rocketed us into the Global 100 list at company number 82. We exceeded that in year 3. We did 120 million in sales and stepped up to company number 78 in the world. In year 4, we stepped up again with 257 million in sales and had this huge jump, probably the biggest in history, 32 positions from company number 78 right up to number 46. In year 5, we did 420 million, and year 6, well, we made it into the top 20. We've just been ranked number 18 on the direct selling on the 2016 direct selling news global 100 list, and number 9 on the North America 50 list. And the reason why is because we hit that $1 billion mark. In fact, the final number was $1.1 billion in wholesale sales, which ranks us alongside such household names as Apple, Facebook, eBay, and Google, all companies that you've heard of, I'm sure. And the trend is continuing in the first year of this quarter so far. The first quarter of this year so far, sales are up by over 100%, putting us on track to be a $2 billion brand by the end of the year. And then, well, the sky truly is the limit. As the number 1 company on that Inc. 500 list, Jeunesse has won the Rising Star Award. That's given by the Direct Selling Association to the best network marketing company globally that's less than 5 years of age. Wendy Lewis, one of the CEOs of Jeunesse, has won the Businesswoman of the Year with the American Business Awards. And we've more business Oscars than we have shelf space to put them all on. And Wendy Lewis has been recognized in the top 20 most influential women in network marketing repeatedly. In fact, our founders are amazing, and a company can only be as strong as how well it's being led. On to the founders then, Wendy and Randy, the owners and CEOs of Jeunesse. They're like family to everyone. These are 2 guys that have only ever failed in life at one thing, and that's retirement. They've tried a number of times. They weren't able to pull it off because they just love being entrepreneurs. That's what really gets them excited. So they set a goal 10 years ago of being able to create the most incredible network marketing company where the average person can do extraordinary things. And you know what? I think they've achieved that. Randy Ray himself has been recognized as Florida Businessman of the Year multiple times. His rags to riches story is nothing short of spectacular. So I'm very proud to represent them in the business because they do such a great job in providing a great business for us all here in Jeunesse. But they are both around 70 years of age, and so looking forward to the future, it's great to know that we have a great legacy of leadership coming up behind Wendy and Randy. This is Scott Lewis, the CVO, Chief Visionary Officer at Jeunesse, would without doubt be the best corporate executive that I've ever worked with, and boy, oh boy, he really embodies the image of Jeunesse, which is Generation Young. He's just amazing. But why is Jeunesse taking the world by storm? What's the number one reason? What is the real hot point? Well, guys, it comes to the product. It comes back to the product. The key is providing people with products that develop an emotional response with the end user. That creates loyalty, which in turn will create residual income for a long, long time. And that is what we have with Jeunesse. We've got products that are so fantastic that people would buy them regardless of how they're being marketed. When I saw an ABC News report talking about this incredible doctor, Dr. Nathan Newman, who developed and pioneered cutting-edge stem cell technology where he could grow stem cells outside of the body for reconstructive work, I was blown away because he found that there were chemicals that were produced by stem cells that could have great application within skincare. Now, Dr. Nathan Newman, who is amazing, he's actually performed a lot of his stem cell techniques that don't require anesthesia and don't require a scalpel on television talk shows like Oprah. He's a big deal in the States. He has a huge A-list clientele, and he exclusively makes our skincare products for Jeunesse, the full Luminous skincare range. Now think about that as an entrepreneur. If you had the ability to market the first adult-derived stem cell cosmetic line in the world today, do you think that's conversational? Do you think that's going to be of interest to other people? Well, absolutely. And that is one of the main reasons that Jeunesse has grown so rapidly. So just to put it all in perspective, what we have with our Luminous product range that I'll talk about in a moment is not products that are full of stem cells. In fact, there are no stem cells in these products whatsoever. What is used as the active component within these cosmetic products are the chemicals, the growth factors that stem cells produce. There are over 200 of them altogether, and whereas our stem cells are unique only to the person that they've come from, the growth factors, the chemical language that stem cells use to communicate within the body so that they know what type of cell they need to become, they are biochemically identical to every single person on the planet. Just as identical as the carbon dioxide that we're all exhaling as you're listening to this webinar tonight. So we're the only company in the marketplace that provides a skincare range with the whole gamut of growth factors at 200 plus. So this is what our range looks like, brand new packaging, in fact, developed by Dr. Nathan Newman, our Luminous range, an incredible range of products which is championed by our cellular rejuvenation serum. This is our cornerstone product within the Jeunesse range. This serum is magical because of its potency. Most serums have a potency of less than 5% active component. Well, ours is 85%. And that active component is the stem cell growth factors that create a cascade of results in the body. Firstly, we see an explosion of collagen and elastin being formed. We see a lessening of fine lines and wrinkles, improved hydration, and we see a more uniform surface texture and color. But most importantly, we see an explosion of new skin cells forming beneath the surface of the skin, giving a full effect and also driving peripheral circulation. Now, when you pair it up with the supporting cast of products within the Luminous range, the results are simply enhanced. We have the Night Repair Cream, which uses the same stem cell media base, but it also has a DNA repair complex to expedite the healing of cells that have been damaged through UVA and UVB light exposure. And this takes place while we're sleeping. Also, it has a range of nutraceuticals that dramatically improves hydration. In fact, your skin is hydrated by almost 100% in just the period of a fortnight. Our daily moisturizer is very, very light. It has a 30 SPF built into it. In fact, it's so light, it can be used underneath makeup, a great preventative. We have the Youth Restoring Cleanser. This is what I call a hyper cleanser. This product almost works too well. Not only does it remove dirt and oil from the surface of the skin, it also penetrates into the skin and encourages cellular detoxification, encouraging the most toxic skin cells in our body that are obviously found on the face to purge and release toxins and waste. For some people in their first week, it works so well that they may experience a little bit of flushing, a little bit of redness before that settles down perfectly. We have the Essential Body Renewal, which is a bit of a combo of the serum, day cream, night cream, all rolled into one. This is all over luxury for the entire body. And lastly, our cult product, which is the Ultimate Lifting Mask, one of the few products that's fully vegetable-based. In fact, it uses some very potent polysaccharides that are extracted from some rare South American herbs from Peru. When this is placed on the face, there are probably 10 or 12 applications in every tube, so it's quite inexpensive. And combining the stem cell growth factors, it can have a dramatic effect with reducing someone's appearance or visual appearance by 5 to 10 years, just after one single application. It's very important to take your before and after pictures using your smartphone when you use this for the first time. You will be impressed. So what does science say about the skincare industry in general? Well, truthfully, it's not that complimentary. In fact, when science actually tests skincare ranges, it finds that 80 to 90% of skincare ranges are pure placebo or may even have mild negative effects. The great thing about Jeunesse products is that we use one of the top 2 cosmetic testing laboratories in the States, and the results that we have returned are nothing short of astounding. This laboratory will use intricate topographical facial mapping. That's where participants' faces are placed into a computer that will measure intricate detail, the prevalence of spots, the size of pores, and wrinkles and texture. So we can see on the screen, at the bottom of the screen here, SPWT. And in this example of one of the participants, you can see the results that were returned after just a month in using the full Luminesse range. It's put it right up into the top 90 percentile, comparing left before and to the right, the after. This is all being able to be measured and validated. So how do I like to see some great before and after results? This example here speaks for itself. Can you imagine how much better this young lady feels about herself on the right-hand side of the screen compared to the photos on the left? And this is just over about 5 or 6 months. Now, these products work incredibly, whether it's skin blotches, an amazing result of just after 35 days, whether it's just the common expression lines and wrinkles. This lady next here is a very successful businesswoman who used one of the world's best brands and had, for I believe 20 years, been spending $500 to $600 per month on skincare products. And this was her result after just 10 days. Now she spends half of what she spent before and gets a much, much better result. I'm sure she's absolutely over the moon. And this is what we call the ultimate skeptic test. This is where you can do a real-life, real-time experiment to actually prove how well these products work on your skin. So you pick whichever is your favourite hand and apply the full Luminesse range on the back of that hand for a month and have a look at the difference. You can compare these 2 hands. Now for this lady, the difference is subtle. She's in her 70s. You can see on the left-hand side of the screen the tightness of the skin around her knuckles and joints. You can see the skin is far looser on the left-hand side than the Luminesse side. But also, you can see her bone structure is more visible. Her aging spots are more visible. It's amazing when you look at the difference with someone of that age. But let me show you a younger person. How about this? Now, this is the same person. Her 2 hands, but just have a look at the difference. This is after just 7 days. You'd swear they were 2 hands from 2 different people. The fastest area of skincare usage is with men. Here we can see a gentleman who's had a great result over just a period of a few weeks. And you see that happening, that change happening bit by bit by bit. And this is Testimony of the Year last year. This is Lynn Flaherty. She was a Mary Kay distributor of 25 years. And she started using the Luminesse range, and this was her result after just 60 days. Of course, now she's a Jeunesse distributor, and why wouldn't you be with that incredible result? But no, you don't have to have terrible skin issues to use skincare products. The majority of people who use nutritional products are already healthy, but they want to stay that way. The majority of people who use skincare products already have pretty good skin, but it's a look they want to maintain and foster for life. People want to look and feel their best. So I love just as much the subtle differences that people get with their skin as some of the more dramatic. But how about this? Instantly ageless. Hasn't this caused a storm? It's been touted as potentially being the biggest selling individual product in network marketing history. And that may be the case since this has been released in the United States at the end of 2014. We have seen the US market grow by more than 5-fold in that time. In Europe, when it was released last year, The European market doubled in 30 days. This is the story happening globally. People are impatient. We live in an instant society, and if we can get instant gratification with improvement with our appearance, and it doesn't cost the earth to do it, people are willing to do so and do it en masse. Now we're seeing results with removing eye bags and wrinkles that have turned the internet world into a spin. There are dozens of YouTube videos that have generated millions and millions and millions of views, with people fascinated to find out where they can get this miracle product. And it's really created an incredible perfect storm for Jeunesse, because the interest of people coming into this business has just been extreme. We're being featured in a lot of the world's media, both in the print media, Vogue magazine to Cosmo, through to TV and radio, etc. And none of these have been paid endorsements. It's pure curiosity from the media based on the results and the science of our products. So let's move into the next range of products that we have, because we also cover nutrition. Our nutritional range is based around what is called a youth enhancement system, looking at as many scientifically accepted angles of attacking aging as possible and rolling them all into one. Our second superstar doctor at Jeunesse is Dr. Vincent Giampapa. Now, this guy is nothing short of legendary, and in the medical world, he really is the Michael Jordan of the anti-aging world. He was recognized last year with a nomination for the Nobel Prize for Medicine. He's the author of the New York bestseller, The Gene Makeover. He's been a consultant for NASA, and he's probably one of the world's most revered anti-aging doctors. In fact, if you have watched the Science Channel with Professor Stephen Hawking, the world's smartest man, when he interviewed who he thought was the world expert on stem cell technology and anti-aging, he interviewed this guy, Dr. Vincent Giampapa. And have a look at his picture there for a moment. I mean, Dr. Giampapa is actually in his mid-60s, and this is a fairly current photograph, so it's amazing to see that not only is he talking the talk, but also walking the walk. And this is his signature product, the A and PM Essentials. It goes past providing just vitamins and minerals and cofactors, probiotics, etc. It's a product that contains 80 to 90 ingredients from a whole range of natural extracts and nutraceuticals, and it helps to stimulate genetic nutrition. This is at the forefront of the nutritional world today. What ingredients in this product will do will stimulate the production of more stem cells in the body. It will also work at stimulating the genes that govern how fast the body ages. It will work on being able to repair DNA that becomes damaged in the body, and also will still stimulate your chromosomes to create healthier telomeres or caps on the end of those chromosomes, so that your tissue can replace itself perfectly for longer. So it really is science to the extreme. Our most popular product within our range is also the best tasting. It's called Reserve. I take 2 of these every day. Reserve is an antioxidant complex that utilizes all sorts of different superfruit, from pomegranate to acai berry, but its main ingredient is resveratrol. Now, we all know that resveratrol is good for you, and it's most commonly known for being found in red wine. But the best way to get your resveratrol is not from grapes, but actually from mulberry. Now, mulberry is 10 times more potent, and it's used as the signature ingredient in these little gel-based sachets. They taste fantastic, and they're readily absorbed, and in fact, Harvard Medical School calls them a modern miracle. 60 Minutes calls them so newsworthy, it's been on there multiple times, and if you're a science buff, if you go to PubMed.com, the world's biggest medical database, there's over 5,000 published studies on resveratrol. Now, VitaCell is a 100% all-natural food supplement that provides the body cells with vital and essential nutrients to help provide support for optimal health. It's made with native strains of specifically selected fractions of rice grains that are harvested at the prime growth stage of life and at their highest nutrient content. It's a unique functional food that helps to fight the cellular aging process by providing the essential nutrients necessary to protect, repair, and then renew the body at a cellular level. Finity is our most premium nutritional product, and this product is all based around incredible Nobel Prize winning research from a research team that was able to establish how you can immortalize a single human cell. The lead researcher was a professor from Australia, Professor Elizabeth Blackburn, and she found that if you could stimulate the production of an enzyme called telomeres, that cells could be so healthy they would resist disease and replace themselves almost indefinitely. Now, that enzyme can be stimulated for a rare molecule that's found in a Chinese herb called astragalus. A pharmaceutical company called TA Sciences led the way with the research and the manufacture and the development of that molecule in a supplemental form called TA65. And recently, Jeunesse earned the exclusive rights to market that product to the world globally in the network marketing arena. So we have an incredible product called Finicity, the only product in the network marketing arena that has that TA65, and it's incredibly cutting edge. Move now into the area of weight loss. The number 3 product category, we have pioneered an incredible weight loss range called the Zen Body Program. Now, the Zen Body Program is different. Most weight loss programs work on calorie restriction by getting you to replace 1, 2, or 3 meals a day with a shake. The only problem is how long can you be shake obsessed? Do you know, being human, the number 1 pleasure in life is not sex, it's actually eating. Eating is absolutely our number 1 pleasure in life. So if you have a weight loss program that disrespects that number 1 pleasure in life, that disrespects our humanity, it's never going to work long term. And in fact, this is what science shows. After 5 years of people going on a shake replacement diet, everyone puts on more weight than what they lost. So what we have with Zen is that we don't replace meals. This is used in addition to healthy eating, and we have ingredients within the product that helps to manage our appetite response. In fact, the production of a hormone called leptin that's very, very easy to use, and it can be used long term with great results, and people are absolutely thrilled. In fact, we're seeing results left, right, and centre of people losing healthily weight and looking and feeling their best. Excuse me. Just released into the European market is our brand new energy drink, Nevo. The current global market for energy drinks is in excess of $11 billion and is set to grow rapidly over the next 5 years. The UK alone is worth $2.5 billion and is set to increase to $3 billion in the next 4 years. One of the major restraints of the energy drink market is sugar content. Beg your pardon. Nevo features 20% real fruit juices and contains only 50 calories per can. It's just the right amount of energy with no artificial flavours, colours or sweeteners. So if we look at the range, of products that we have with Jeunesse, there's a lot to get excited about. It's an incredible range. Nothing we have is boring or uninteresting. They're all groundbreaking conversational products. So great to see. So let's have a look at what we can do with regards to generating an income. Well, we know that network marketing is popular, but at Jeunesse we're booming. We're growing like no company has ever seen before. So how do you get on board? How do you get involved? Well, if you're super conservative and you just want to test drive the products and tread carefully, whoever has invited you on this webinar tonight, you can purchase any of the products at retail and try them out and see whether you're just as thrilled with them as I am. But if you want to buy them at a better price, the smart way is become a member. In the UK, it costs £23.72 to join, and you can buy any of our products at full wholesale, which saves you about 65% markup from wholesale to resale. In fact, on many products, you're saving more than £24, that joining fee, on each and every purchase. But you can take it a step further, because if you not only want to buy the products at wholesale, but share them with others, you can take advantage of the business plan. And tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to make you an expert on the business plan, but to certainly get across how lucrative it is if you decide to get involved. There are 6 different streams of income altogether. The first is simple, it's retail. So if you've been involved in party plan in the past, maybe you've had a clinic or a beauty studio, if you buy our most popular product, which is the serum, which is £59.37 in the UK, its retail is £92.37. You've got yourself a £33 markup with each serum that you sell. So if you're selling a few each week, or maybe 1 or 2 each working day, that can be thousands of pounds of profit each year. But if you're like me and you don't like retailing is short-term, linear, upfront income. I like more of the residual income, so I like to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to enroll. I can maintain that customer relationship for the long term, and so for every person that I enroll with that £24 joining fee, they have the opportunity to buy a product pack. Now, these product packs will start from the basic pack, which is really for people that are product curious, right up to the ambassador pack, which is really for people that are business serious. And you earn an instant customer acquisition bonus of between $25 and $250 US. So think about that in your first month. If you're simply enrolling 5 or 10 people out of your warm market, your circle of influence, that can generate a 4-figure commission just in your very first month, and that often happens. But let's have a look at the more residual side of income. Team commissions are amazing. You can earn a commission on a collective buying power of you and every single person that's part of your team. It's a very simple structure at Jeunesse, just 2 teams, a left team and a right team, or team 1, team 2, whatever you prefer. When the collective buying power of you and every single person within your group down to infinite levels hits that magic number of 900 points of purchase, where you've got at least a third of those points, 300, on one of your teams, you get an instant $35 team commission. Now, in each week, you can earn a maximum of 750 of these team commissions. That's $26,250 per week potential earnings. And the cool thing is, if you go above those team commissions, anything above the $26,250 is immediately credited to your following week. That's the ultimate in residual income. But the best of the best is the matching bonuses. You can earn a match on the team commission of every single person you enroll. All you need to do is get to the level of Jade. You can see Jade on the ranks there on the screen. To get to Jade, it's just 4 executives that you enroll. Pearl is 8, Sapphire is 12, and then you get 2 generations, then 3 generations. And these matches can add up significantly. So if we have a look at this, and they go down to 7 generations in all if you get to the level of double diamond, but for every single person that you personally enroll, that's a 20% match. Now think of it, if you were to enroll someone that goes on to significantly build the business, just how much income you can earn. Just imagine if you enrolled someone who went on to become a double diamond director, and they maxed out at $26,250 per week. And a significant number of diamond directors do. Multiply that by 20%, you're earning over $5,000 every week just on that one match. That's one person. It really is quite significant. And this encourages people to step out of their comfort zone and go and find great people to enroll. This pay plan rewards you incredibly to go out and do that. Now, if you want to supercharge your matches, just simply go out and enroll some customers as well. If you have 5 customers in your business, these are people that never enroll anyone else themselves. They just simply buy the products for themselves. You get an extra 5% with 5 customers, an extra 10% with 10 customers. So rather than 20% you're personally enrolled, you get 30%. Highlight that number a lot better. If your goal is to build huge, if you're not wanting career-sized income or hobby-sized income, you want big-time income, this is the party that you want to become part of. It's the Diamond Bonus Pool Party. If you get into the Diamond Bonus Pool, you become an equity shareholder in Jeunesse, because 3% of Jeunesse overall sales are shared on a pro rata basis with all of the diamonds in Jeunesse across the globe. In fact, these Diamond Pool bonuses can be in excess of $100,000 per quarter. On top of your commission, depending on the size of your business, it really is truly amazing. And we're global. Our footprint is massive. You can build a business from Nigeria to Bolivia, from Russia to the Philippines. We're presently in over 120 marketplaces around the world with offices in over 35 countries. We are tech savvy too, so if you want to take your business mobile, we've got some great tools you can use with your smart mobile device, be it Apple or Android. The J Social system is a great tool to use as well. And we are also the ultimate lifestyle company. Excuse me. When you reach the Emerald Director level, you and your partner will be treated to a one-off Emerald experience at a 5-star resort in Hawaii, all expenses paid. When you reach the Diamond Director level, you'll experience a 5-star, all expenses paid trip every year. But besides that, there are multiple events and conventions that people at any level in the business can achieve partly or fully paid. And we're also a great company. We love to give back to the community. So we've teamed up with Free the Children to be able to provide funds and food to children around the world, bolstering communities and helping children at their most vulnerable. In fact, to this date, We've provided over 10 million meals to children in need, from Tacloban in the Philippines to even the Syrian refugees. I've now started to sponsor whole villages in some of the poorest areas in the world. So what are your steps to get started with Jeunesse? Well, you're crazy not to enroll. Once you've enrolled, choose the sign-up package that suits your needs the best. So if you're just more product curious, start with the small pack. If you're business serious, then think about getting the ambassador pack. Make sure that you're buying product each month. If you have one product purchase totaling 60 points, all of your team volume commission will carry through month after month after month and be banked until you earn a commission. So if you want to become an executive quickly, then simply show as many other people how to do exactly the same thing. We're the full package. We're the real deal. We've got the products that not only people need, they want them already. We are global. We are a business that works in every type of economy, and it's a perfect way to help other people with their health, their self-esteem, their lifestyle, helping to provide a new opportunity for people. It really is what I think is the best and most perfect opportunity that I've seen over the last decade. So guys, I hope hope you're as impressed with what you've heard tonight as what Simon is. If you are impressed, there are 10 very simple things that I see that lead me to identifying leaders in network marketing. Are you a decision maker? If you've loved what you've heard tonight, get back in touch with the person who's invited you and make a strong decision to move forward. It's a great sign of leadership. Secondly, make sure that you establish your target goal, whether it be small, medium, or large, and then establish a level of time that is in balance with what you're wanting to achieve. If you want to build a hobby-sized career, which is a few hours of effort per week, if you want to build a diamond-style business, this needs to become your obsession. Understand what your job description is. You're not a salesperson as a network marketer. You are a highly paid storyteller. And so if you can get the message, the full story of Jeunesse, across efficiently and passionately, people will want to join you. And so you need to have a list to be able to share the stories too. And I try to focus on entrepreneurial people, people that have been involved in this industry before, people that have been involved in small business, people that have been involved in careers centered around health, beauty, or fitness, people that are involved in careers around sales, or just people that have influence in the community. It might be a stay-at-home mum that manages a local sporting team or church association, or it might be someone in a respected career like a physiotherapist or an accountant. Learn what to say. Make sure your story is interesting and role play with someone that you know at Jeunesse that's getting some success. You need to make sure you cover who Jeunesse is, why our products are so fantastic, why the timing is great with the Jeunesse business, and lastly, why you're so excited. Think about covering those 4 things. And don't build a business on your own. You'll most likely fail. If you build with a community of other leaders, you're far more likely to succeed. So team players succeed. And use the system. These webinars happen multiple times each week all around the world. We've got some great tools, local events, training seminars that you can get involved with. Use the system. It really does help. And make sure you're a product of the product. Your biggest influence to have someone else enroll is whether they believe you and trust you, whether you can show them you're going to be with them for the long term and you're going to be an asset for them to achieve their dreams. And lastly, the most important thing is to be audacious enough to dare to dream. And why wouldn't you with this compensation plan? If you can enroll one person, and that person, if they become a diamond, can generate an income stream of hundreds of thousands of dollars for you just through one conversation, why wouldn't you talk with that level of intensity and belief with every single person that you talk to? That's really the X factor of a top-line networker. They're audacious, they dream big, and they always put into place best work practice where the ultimate outcome is always possible. They just don't compromise. So guys, I really hope you've enjoyed tonight's webinar. I've tried to give you as much information as I possibly could in the time allowed. If you've loved what you've heard, please get back to the person who invited you. Come and join this great movement, which is Jeunesse Global. And until next week, go out there and live Jeunesse and change some lives. Thank you.